The Chippewa National Forest is home to about 1,300 lakes. There's 667,000 acres of land, and we received a report of a Sasquatch sighting on a particular lake, which will remain anonymous, and we have come to investigate. He said between two bays. Oh my gosh, I may have to get closer to you and get some of that mosquito spray. They are like...
Following you?
Ah! Yeah. And I'm going to skip right past telling you how darn bad those mosquitoes were that night. I'm going to tell you about the very first paranormal, supernatural experience we had. We had 4 walkie-talkies. We had 2 with the ground teams and 2 with the lake team. And out of the blue, right off the bat, we get an audio bit that comes off the walkie-talkie. And it sounds like it says, "Free Russ."
Free Russ. Free Russ.
And those 2 words, that was it. There was no attempt to contact me after. I asked the team members later. They said no, it wasn't us. I listened to some of the audio afterwards, and I did not find anybody communicating with me at that time. Meanwhile, the ground teams were well on their way to base camp and setting up a few game cams.
Once again, back into the woods. Or like on that tree right there.
What about maybe this one?
Yeah.
Because I've seen like videos of them like walking in that type of mush
I
area.
think I'm gonna put it. That's pretty out there. I wouldn't mind actually going out there.
There.
Okay.
You're good.
And back on the trail headed for base camp. They had pre-scouted this area out, so they knew where they were headed. But out on the lake, though we had looked at maps, we had to land the boats in such a precarious place that we had to travel quite a ways to try to get close to where the ground teams were. And this ended up being a lot more confusing. So we just got as close to the shore as we could and continued along. The key is I'm just kind of listening to the shoreline too to hear any weird whoops. Wood knock. It was right over here.
Where I heard saw that brown thing.
Yep. That was a definite wood knock. I touched base with the ground team, who was still at the base camp, and it definitely wasn't them knocking. So potentially our first Bigfoot evidence of the night, and let's take a look at what they were doing.
All right, who wants the walkie? Okay, I brought you 3 extra batteries too.
Sweet.
Just in case. You're down to like 2 bars, but
Oh.
give a holler when you get down there.
Okay.
Team 1 on location. All right, I'm gonna walk down to the lake real quick. I'll be back. Just right down the hill here. Just want to get out so I can see the sunset. Well, Russ, when you're watching this, I apologize for the crazy camera work. Because there wasn't any great way down. And I don't think there's any great way up.
And as Mark makes his way back into base camp, that's a pretty good view of it. It's fairly open, but more rugged and thick around the edges. It's a good spot for them. They're kind of protected. That helps too. Melissa's sitting there on the fallen tree. Pat's kind of walking around, scouting the area as well. And they're running audio and video the entire time.
Did you say you just knocked? We did not hear a knock.
Voices though. put this guy.
Walking. 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 I did too.
Conversation.
Hey, are you girls talking by chance? We hear voices.
Diana was just talking to me because she broke her stick.
Maybe that's what it was.
Okay, maybe it was you guys.
But earlier in the day when I was up there where you guys were by myself, I kept hearing a woman's voice right behind me and I had to keep stopping.
The woods are haunted.
Do you hear the thump over there?
Mm-hmm. I'm also hearing mosquitoes and they're driving me nuts.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You hear that?
Hey Russ, do we know how far the next public property is or anything like that? We're hearing voices up here.
It's more than a half a mile down to the house is there. And we're quite a ways away from the lake over there.
There's no way we should hear a voice a half a mile.
Not
It
unless,
almost sounded like a scream.
Yeah, I did.
yeah, not unless they're in the water.
Oh, I heard.
What?
Did you guys hear that?
Yep, okay, that was them.
Okay, that was you guys?
We just heard the knock.
2 knocks.
Yep, we heard it.
Yep, we heard it.
Oh, that didn't work. This is really tough.
Hear that now?
Oh, they heard that?
Wait a second. He's gonna try that again. We'll see if you can hear it. Hang on. Did you guys hear that? It would have been 6 knocks.
We heard 1 knock.
Right?
That's not us.
That's not us.
Then that's not us, you guys.
Yeah, it would be weird to have one get down there, not the rest.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to interject here just for 1 second to show you this huge orb that's floating right behind the investigators in front of the camera. 3 different speeds, large orb. And then from there we're going to jump back to the lake team. They are also having some activity out on the lake. Rocks. Where's the bird? Sounds like rocks. Some commotion over here too. What was that? I'm going to stop it right there for a second. I hear a male saying, "Just watch it," and a response by another male that sounds Canadian. He says, "Aye." And then it ends with a female saying, "Hosea." And Hosea was a prophet from Israel. And one of the big things for him was repenting sins and warning of the judgment to come from God. How that all fits together, I have no idea. But I'm going to play it 2 more times. Listen close. Amanda and Diana, can you make any kind of a screech sound or something to let me know where you're at? I'm in position here in the bay. We didn't hear anything from where we're positioned. We mustn't be nowhere near them. Right? I mean, I don't hear nothing anywhere.
Alright, I'm gonna throw this back on.
I don't think it's smart for us to keep going any farther that way.
What way? That way?
Yeah, I think we should go back up here where we had all that noises. And as it got darker on the lake, it got even darker out in the woods. Team 1 was still at base camp, and they continued to pick up occasional EVPs and hearing a variety of different sounds that could not be always identified.
Oh, you got a whoop?
Yeah, what was that?
So supposedly they make whooping sounds like that.
Ask the girls if they're walking back yet.
Hey, are you girls walking back yet?
Yeah, that wasn't them.
Huh?
That wasn't them.
Diana wants to do a little session at the cabin.
Oh, tell them that's fine. We just heard footsteps behind us.
That's fine. We just heard footsteps behind us.
Definitely not us.
We're gonna run around one more circle, probably about another hour, and then we're gonna probably head that way.
Russ, we're hearing footsteps behind us, and it's not the girls.
Say hello for me, please.
Tell them we did.
We already did.
So this thing goes from a Search for Sasquatch event to a full-fledged paranormal investigation. We got voices being heard left and right, sounds. We got EVPs, quite a few of them, that only I caught at the evidence here. We didn't hear them at the time. And this kind of really backs up a lot of my thoughts on big feet. Backs up a lot of my thoughts on Bigfoot using the same portals as human spirits. I'll talk about that some other time. Let's jump back to the team at the lake and see what they're doing. We're going to be going right into the sunset. That ought to look good on the camera. Perfect night for this, huh? Perfect night. Let's go find some squatch. As long as they don't come running out in the lake after me. I feel like I'm fairly safe. I really don't think they'd bother you one iota, but they might kind of growl and chew your ass if you get in their area. Old glass lake here, huh? What if we see a sea serpent? I may be matrixing, but when I listen to the sound of me paddling along, it sounds like I can hear a chant. Is that a storm cloud moving in? Did you just see lightning?
Looks like one, doesn't it?
Does it look like a damn face?
Yeah.
It looks like a damn face.
It's got a profile, right?
Yeah. And there was a lightning bolt in it. Chin, nose, forehead, and hair going straight back. Mm-hmm. What's that a sign of?
Impending doom?
There. You hear that? Something's up in here. Hello? I thought I just heard a knock up by this cabin over here. It looks like it's abandoned. I mean, nobody there.
Yeah, you know, I thought I heard a noise from there earlier.
Maybe we should head back and let Brian get in the driver's seat for a little bit.
I'm fine sitting.
And we'll come back over, because then we won't have a lot of time before that storm gets here.
Yeah.
Brian, can you snap the lights at us? We're going to head back in that direction to switch out.
Gotcha.
Well, at least Brian can hear us good. Holy crap. Oh, there we are. Gotcha.
You see him?
Yes, we'll be there in about 7 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be waiting down there.
What's that light over there? Is that a cabin over there? Off to our left. So right now we're switching out. Shell's going in, Brian's coming out. Yeah, I think we'll just work this whole line here. And we get one little flurry of activity out there that is kind of special to me. It includes some noises in the woods, some sounds like rock knocks, some howl-like noises, and we top that off with a potential name from a spirit. And so I'm going to play that all right in a row here, and then we're going to head back in, and we're going to go over and meet the land teams. So, here we go. Probably have to get a little closer to the shore to get them a little more upset. They might react. But we came up in through here, and there was one huge loud wood knock. Like a warning signal or something. There it is, yeah. There was a wood something over here.
Yep.
Well. Hear it coming. And shortly after this, I make the call to head to the shore. Yeah, it's nasty, ain't it? I think I'm out.
You got a bunch of logs here, so just be careful.
Yeah, I don't know whose bright idea that was.
I don't know, I was just following some crazy dude. Here.
I just don't want to slip with my ass and my bare feet.
No, believe me, I gotcha.
Alright, I think we got her.
Got it? I'm trying to give you a light.
Bud Light?
Yep.
Yeah, Bud Light.
I think I'm having my... I brought my GoPro up here, and I have...
Thank you very much.
Thank you, that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you don't really get to do every day.
Oh, nope.
Well, while we're on the road heading towards the land cruise, base camp now has Team 1 and 2 on it, and they're still continuing to get some activity there. EVPs, other noises.
Diana, here. Can you see now?
You say my name?
No. Diana.
Did one of you guys say my name?
No, nobody said your name. I did hear
Somebody whispered my name.
I heard it and I thought you said something.
No. It came from like right here.
Yes. I heard that.
Well, maybe this picked it up.
Maybe.
I told you to come and talk to this thing.
Yeah, I heard it and I thought you whispered. Yeah.
Well,
that's why I looked at you.
I whispered after it.
I heard it and then I looked at you.
Yeah.
That's why I looked at you and I'm like,
Switch.
Yeah, then I whispered.
yeah.
Go back farther.
And you're like,
go back farther.
did you just whisper? Why are we whispering?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's weird. It was fairly loud, actually.
yeah, that was
That's
nice,
cool.
Mark.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah, we got something.
Didn't you turn it off?
I did, but I still.
So this Sasquatch search ended up really being a totally different investigation. We kind of knew it while we were there, but things had taken a turn into a much deeper paranormal realm that we kind of thought might be part of the situation, but we didn't realize there was going to be that much spirit activity. And we all had some experience while we were there. It was a great time had by all, I gotta say that for sure. And we did pick up some potential Sasquatch evidence, such as the wood knocks and the rock knocks. And twice it happened on the lake where there was like maybe a single wood knock and it was followed by rock knocks. And that sequence occurred 2 different times when we went by the same area. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, some of the rock knocks and different things sounded like they were right in the kayak with me. It was all really crazy. The voices over and over. What I showed you there is just a tiny drop in the bucket, because listening to the material as I did, inch by inch, word by word, there was a lot of EVPs and voices. And I just picked out a couple of the EVPs and spirit voices that you could hear the best. So many. But hey, that was a great investigation. I appreciate you riding along. It was a good time. God bless you all, and until next time.
Hey, Russ. So, when you guys had mentioned you were just right about at the, back by the truck, were you guys making the howling sound? Were you guys making the whooping sound?
I never made any whooping sounds.
Well, then, there was something.
You guys were so much farther away from us than what we